Hey guys, how's it going? So, I like making Voyager digital videos because I like the company and, there's a lot of YouTubers covering it, like Jeremy and me, Kevin, and um, Daniel from Financial Education, and more YouTubers. There's a lot of YouTubers that cover Voyager digital, and I really like the company. Even though my videos don't do too well on Voyager, I still don't care. I'm still going to make videos about it because I'm an investor and I really like the company, and I want to hold this thing long term. So yeah, and if it keeps going down, I'm just going to add to my position. I might swing trade it a little bit, but I'm going to hold on to a decent amount as a core position. But that is my plan, and none of this is financial advice. So, okay, just so Voyager went public on February 2019 through a reverse merger with the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture under the symbol VYGR.V through a reverse takeover. But then it's kind of weird because in September 2019, Voyager Digital was listed on the Canadian Stock Exchange under the symbol VYGR.CN. So why did they move from the venture to the Canadian Security Exchange? And now they want to, according to the CEO, wants to list on the Toronto Stock Exchange, not the venture, the regular Toronto Stock Exchange. And they're working towards that. But yeah, this is a video. This is basically, I'm not going to read this whole thing. You guys can read it yourself. But there's a rare video that was published on August 3rd, 2018. This was way before Voyager was publicly listed. And it's a very interesting video. And I'm going to play it. And yeah, so enjoy.
Intersect. I'm Jen Viechner.
And I'm Robert Hackett.
And today we're joined by Stephen Ehrlich, the CEO of Voyager, a new commission-free brokerage that we'll talk about in a few minutes. Thank you so much for being here, Stephen.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
So let's start with some news. Google has announced a new partnership with Digital Asset where they're going to be integrating blockchain technology into Google Cloud services. What do you think the opportunity is for them here?
Don't know exactly what their strategy is, but I do believe that by entering that space, it lends more credibility to the space. And I think more and more people will have interest and therefore drive more interest in cryptocurrency as well.
It's very clear that some of these cloud providers are, banking on blockchains to get them more customers. Microsoft, Oracle, Amazon, they've all come out with their own sort of blockchain offerings.
There has also been a big rally this week in the cryptocurrency market with the Bitcoin price above 8,000. It's the highest it's been for the first time in months. You've entered the cryptocurrency space. Tell us a little bit about Voyager and what you're doing.
We're really excited by this opportunity. We came together, the group of founders, about a year ago and saw an opportunity to deliver to customers a user experience that has a bunch of news, research, information, in addition to the ability of executing 15 cryptocurrencies. But at the same time, it's not just the user experience, it's what we're building on the back end, which is a best execution capability for customers. We're connected to 10 exchanges and 3 liquidity providers, and that's changing every day, increasing. So we can actually go to the market and find the customer the best execution possible on each trade. And we define best execution as price, speed, liquidity, and reliability. And therefore, we can give the customer something that they're accustomed to see in their traditional trading world. And we're excited by that. I think it's a great opportunity for customers to have to access the markets across the globe without opening an account with every different exchange. They can open one with us and access the global markets.
Explain a little bit how you are going to make money off this when there's no fees.
Yeah, we are a no-fee provider. We think that's really important. We're trying to bring value to the customers. But because of our algorithm that we've built across multiple exchanges, and we're always adding exchanges every single day, and the liquidity providers, we think that we could find the customer the best execution, beating the average of the prices at that point in time and making a small spread on that order every single time. Our algorithm, we're spending a lot of time building it, and across the multiple exchanges gives us that opportunity.
Do you see a lot of price variation across these exchanges? I know you connect both to those in the US and abroad.
We do. We absolutely do. We see, in comparison to the equity markets where there's a national best bid and offer or NBBO, there is nothing in the crypto market about this. So we see a crossed market 100% of the time in the crypto market. So that allows us to go find the best price, speed, liquidity, reliability across the exchanges, and therefore bring that value back to the customers. We're seeing that cross-market 100% of the times. Equity market, it almost never happens.
Explain a little bit about what cross-market means.
Yeah, a cross-market means that that the prices that are posted on the exchanges, usually in an equity market, you buy at one price. Let's say the price variance for Microsoft, and I'm not using any indicative price, but it's $50 and 50.01. So there's always a little spread. In the crypto market, those prices could be all over the place. So you might be able to buy it on one exchange at $100 and sell it at another one at 101. So it's always different. The prices are never the same. Every market has different prices and different spreads on their market, which means that they're crossed.
Yeah, and this also means that you'll be able to offer any of the cryptocurrencies that are offered by those exchanges that you connect to?
Yeah, we're in position to launch with 15 currencies. We'll look to expand that rather rapidly. Our requirements for taking on a coin are regulatory, execution, and security. Those are the three major components we look at as to whether or not we could actually have a coin on our app and therefore trade on one of the existing markets.
You're not just working with retail customers, but also some of these Wall Street institutions. What is the demand there? What are you planning to offer?
We think it's a tremendous opportunity on the institutional side because we've heard from customers that, from potential institutional customers, that they need somebody to help them navigate these waters. And what do I mean by that? That they need somebody to help them get the custodians in place, banking in place, any of those components that they traditionally have used through a prime broker. We're developing an open architecture system for institutions connected to multiple custodians, multiple banks, and obviously the multiple execution venues. So therefore, we're bringing a value proposition not only to retail, but to the institutional customer so they can access the markets. And again, back to a way they're used to accessing the equities and options in futures markets.
How about your co-founders? How did you meet? One of the Uber co-founders is who's the chief technology officer there. He's one of your co-founders here. How did you guys all get together and create this new idea? We
came together about nine months ago, maybe a year ago. Oscar Salazar, who is our technology advisor, not per se our CTO, but our advisor. Oscar, Gaspard Dedruzzi, who runs a few companies, and Philip Aiton, the four of us got together. We had a common friend, and we got together through that common friend, and we started looking at opportunities in the crypto space. And first things we noticed was on the user interface and what we could deliver to the customer as a value proposition to the customer, then on the execution. But we kind of met through a mutual friend, and we decided we think this is a major opportunity to bring value back to the customers.
Tell us about your own background. I mean, you were working at E-Trade and a bunch of brokerage firms. How does that compare to what you're seeing right now in the crypto markets?
My background is I spent many years at E-Trade, built my own broker-dealer called Lightspeed. You know, that capital markets, that's the knowledge that we have. And the entire team has spent a lot of time in financial services and financial technology. That background has allowed us to figure out how to use the markets and send the executions and build the algorithm to effectively manage the system. I've been in the brokerage world for almost 20 years. And I think that experience on customer experience, service, which I think is a very important component of this, coupled with the execution is very, very important. And my background on that has helped bring a great app to the market.
And you mentioned this a little bit earlier, but you have no interest in creating an exchange. You really want to maintain that brokerage position. Is that right? Can you explain a little bit more about that? Because some of the competitors out there, like Coinbase, they have an exchange. Circle has bought an exchange. And they also deal as sort of brokers.
We are strictly going to be a broker. That's our mindset, that we want to bring value to the customers. And we think by doing that, we emulate the equities markets by what we're doing, the equities and options markets. And we think the exchange is a nice model, but we think by bringing the brokerage model to the crypto markets, we're bringing that value again to the customers. To us, it's all about how do we bring a value proposition to the customers. And by finding them best X coupled with service, we think that's a great value proposition for the customers.
Do you have any price predictions for Bitcoin or outlook on the market in general?
Up. That's what we want. We're obviously bullish in the crypto space. That's why we entered the business. We think there's opportunity. We want to get more customers used to this asset and get them comfortable with trading this asset. And I think the more people we get comfortable and educate them, there's just tremendous upside in a lot of the cryptocurrencies.
I've got to ask, I love the name Voyager. It's got a very Star Trek vibe to it. Where did that come from? What's its significance?
You know, it's just something that we were bouncing names around, and then one of my co-founders, Gaspard, I was on a plane to Minnesota, and he texted me. Obviously, I had the Wi-Fi on the plane, and he texted me, "What do you think of Voyager?" And it just hit. It's just something that stuck between our whole founding team. We love the name. It's who we are. It's our personality. We're exploring this whole new asset class, and we want to bring everybody along with the ride with us and have them join, be Voyagers, because I think we're seeing something that's transforming, the investing world. And we want people to, join us for that ride, because we're going to give you the best product we can to help you navigate those waters, or navigate the moon, to say.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I think that's all we have time for today, but really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm Jen Viechner.
So it sounds very exciting. I mean, I wish I ran into Voyager when it was trading in the pennies. I definitely would have picked up some shares if I saw this video earlier on. Oh well, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm still very bullish on the company. I still think that, buying Voyager at 20 cents, 30 cents was like going back in time and buying Amazon at like, $10, or buying Tesla at like $2 or $3. So, that's what I think. I mean, I don't think it's ever gonna go back to 20 cents. Maybe like $15, maybe $10. Worst case scenario, if the crypto market continues to crash, I see that possibility. But anyways, thanks for watching. This is a weekend video for like 2 weeks down the road. But yeah, and have a great day. Bye.